Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, let us solve some CPC exam coding guidelines questions part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, make sure to check it out first. The link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe for more CPC exam preparation content. Let us start with the first question. A separate E&M service provided during the post-operative period for an unrelated condition requires which modifier? 24, 25, 57 or 59. The right answer is modifier 25. Modifier 25 is used when significant separately identifiable E&M service is performed on the same day as another procedure, even during the global period, as long it is unrelated to the procedure. Modifier 24 is for unrelated E&M service during post-operative period. And modifier 57 is for decision for surgery. Modifier 59 is for distinct procedural service. The right answer is option B. Next question. When coding for diabetes with complications, ICD guidelines state always code the complication first, use combination codes when available, use only symptom codes, or code complications separately only. The right answer is option B. Use combination codes when available. ICD emphasizes combination codes that capture both diabetes and its complication in one code. For example, diabetes with neuropathy. This improves accuracy. We don't code them separately unless no combination code exists. Next question. A physician documents pneumonia due to influenza. According to guidelines, which condition is sequenced first? Option A, pneumonia. Option B, influenza. Option C, either order. Option D, symptom code first. The right answer is influenza. When a condition is due to another, the underlying cause is coded first. Influenza causes pneumonia, right? Therefore, influenza is sequenced first. Next question. When coding sepsis with localized infection, sequencing should follow. Option A, local infection first. Option B, sepsis first. Option C, symptom first. And option D, either order. The right answer is option B, sepsis first. Because according to guidelines, when sepsis is present, it is usually sequenced first, followed by the localized infection. Next question. In CPT coding, modifier 59 should be only used when option A, multiple procedures are done. Option B, no other modifier explains the situation. Option C, procedures are done on same organ. And option D, procedures are repeated. The right answer is option B. No other modifier explains the situation. Modifier 59, which is for distinct procedural service, is a last resort modifier. Okay, it indicates procedures are separate due to different site or session. Sixth question. According to CPT guidelines, modifier 51 is typically appended by option A, physician, option B, insurance company, option C, payer processing systems, and option D, patient. The right answer is option C, payer processing systems. This modifier is often automatically applied by insurance systems, not manually by the coder. It indicates multiple procedures were performed. Next question. When a biopsy and excision of the same lesion are performed during the same encounter, the coder should option A, report both procedures. Option B, report only biopsy. Option C, report only excision. And option D, report neither. The right answer is option C, report only excision. If a lesion is biopsied and then fully excised in the same encounter, the biopsy is considered part of the excision. So we do not code both. Only definitive procedure, that is excision, is reported. I hope you're clear with it. In ICD coding, laterality refers to option A, severity of disease, option B, side of the body affected, option C, duration of illness, and option D, body system. This is very easy. The right answer is option B, side of the body affected. Laterality specifies left, right, or bilateral. It improves accuracy. Next question. If documentation states probable myocardial infarction in outpatient coding, the coder should report option A, myocardial infarction, option B, signs and symptoms, option C, both MI and symptoms, option D, no code. The right answer is option B, signs and symptoms. In outpatient settings, we cannot code uncertain diagnosis, okay? If they have mentioned probable, suspected, or rule out, we cannot code it. Instead, we have to code symptoms. Remember, in outpatient coding, only confirmed diagnoses are coded. Next question. In ICD 10CM, excludes one note means A, both codes can be reported together, B, codes should never be used together, option C, codes must be sequenced together, and option D, one code replaces the other. This question is very important in the CPC exam and also in the interview. They will ask about excludes 1 and excludes 2. Please study that. The right answer is option B, codes should never be used together. An excludes one note means two conditions cannot occur together. It is essentially a not coded here rule. We must choose the correct condition, not both. That's it for part 2. If you found this helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more CPC exam practice questions.